Lay down on the mat as usual. Knees bent if you have any tension on the lumbar spine. Otherwise, the legs straight and rolled outward. Roll the arms outward. Keep the shoulder blades flat onto the ground and slide the shoulder blades over the waist. Pull the back of the head away from the shoulders. Close your eyes. And just for a few seconds, allow your body to relax, to soften. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face and clench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck and shoulders, arms, forearms and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back and your spine, vertebra to vertebra. Relax your belly and the whole abdominal area. Relax your hips, groins. Relax your legs. Knees, ankles and feet. Bring your attention into your breathing cycle and observe every aspect of your breath. Which part of your body moves the most? Chest or belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breath. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation. The small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the full phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. And even there, observe. Is one of the two pauses longer? Observe also that your throat remains relaxed and open even during the pauses. 3 more observing breaths. At the end of the third, take control and create a long, slow, and steady breath. Observe your body expanding with every inhalation and becoming more compact with every exhalation. Long, slow, steady breath. Be present. Observe every part of your body moving. Observe your chest, the rib cage moving away from each other. Rib cage becoming wider. Observe your belly moving freely. Allow your belly to move freely. And allowing this movement, observe the movement of the diaphragm. The diaphragm moves down toward the hips with every inhalation to create more space for the lungs. Observe the diaphragm, move it up into the rib cage to squeeze the air out of your lungs for the exhalation. Long, slow, steady breath. Breathe deeper and deeper. Allow your lungs to become bigger, wider, fuller with every inhalation. If there's some tension rising, just observe the tensions. If the tensions are not too strong, it means that you're expanding your body a little bit more than your comfort zone. That's working on expanding your comfort zone, which is good. But if you realize that the tensions just block your breath, step gently back. Find a compromise where you can feel that your body is working just outside the comfort zone. But you can still manage your breath, keeping your mind at ease. Keep a long, slow, and steady breath. Now, inhale actively, exhale passively. So simply let the air out without pushing your air out. Inhale actively and exhale passively, just allowing the air to go out. Inhale actively and exhale passively. One more time. And now, keeping the same technique, inhale actively, exhale passively, and at the end of the exhalation, hold the breath just for a few seconds without tensing too much your body, but just playing with your body. Inhale actively, exhale passively, and at the end of the exhalation, hold the breath. While holding the breath, relax your body, relax your mind, and feel peace, the calmness. One more time. Inhale actively. Exhale passively. And hold the breath. Okay, go back to a normal breath, just for a few seconds. Now take control again. Inhale actively. Exhale passively, but at the end of the passive exhalation, start an active exhalation. So inhale actively, exhale passively first, and then actively pushing the air out. Inhale actively, exhale first passively, and then using the muscles of your body to squeeze the air out. And inhale again. Create those circles of breath. Inhale actively, exhale first passively, and then actively. Observe how much air you still have into your lungs. Inhale actively, exhale passively and actively. One more time, inhale actively, exhale passively first and actively. When I finished your passive one, and then go back to a normal breath. We're going to use the same technique, but we add a hold at the end of the active exhalation. So your lungs are almost completely empty. They are not completely empty, but almost completely empty. So you need to focus on the movement, on your breath, because I want you to stay holding your breath for at least 2 seconds. And then you start the breathing cycle again. Inhale actively then. Exhale passively and actively. Hold the breath. When you need to, inhale. Exhale passively, actively, and hold the breath. When you need to, inhale actively. Exhale passively first, actively, and hold the breath. Keep on this technique, and while you hold the breath, start relaxing all the muscles of your body. Inhale actively, exhale passively first, and then actively. And at the end of the active exhalation, hold the breath just for a few seconds, but relaxing the more that it can, your body and your mind. One more. Inhale deeply. Exhale passively and actively. Hold the breath. And release. Go back to a normal breath for a few seconds. And then we're gonna go back to the same technique, But we're gonna add another step. While holding your breath, at the end of your active exhalation, suck the diaphragm up. Like you want really to, like you want to inhale, but without letting the air in. So while doing so, the diaphragm will rise up into the rib cage, creating a sort of void. And thus also the belly will be sucked in. Relax your belly to allow this movement. So inhale deeply. Exhale passively first, and then actively. At the end of the active exhalation, hold the breath, relax your body, relax your belly, and suck the diaphragm up. When you need to release, and just take 2 breaths, 2 restoring breaths before the second attempt. When you need to, when you want to, inhale deeply. Exhale passively first, and then actively. Hold the breath. While holding the breath, relax your body and your mind, and suck the diaphragm in. Release when you need to. Take a few, 2 or 3 breaths, restorative ones. And when you feel ready, just do your 3rd attempt. Focus on the active exhalation. So you can also do the passive one a little bit faster, and even the active one can be a little bit more, well, a little bit faster, a little bit more powerful, in order to really squeeze the air out, push the air out. So you will be ready to lift the diaphragm inside your rib cage. So inhale deeply. Exhale passively first, actively. Hold the breath, relax your body, and suck the diaphragm up. Go back to a normal breath and just observe. Observe the feelings, the emotions. And now create a breathing cycle starting on the belly. So the belly moves first and then expand in the chest to fill up your lungs at your very maximum. 3 deep breaths, expanding more and more your body and your lungs. And at the end of the 3rd breath, go back to a normal breath again for a few seconds. When you feel ready, bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before pushing with the left hand to sit up. Sit in a cross-legged position. If you want to, you can also sit over pillow, folded blanket, books, whatever can be comfortable for you. That's good. Okay, put your hands right in front of the knees. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Gently move the belly toward the spine, just activating your abdominal muscles, but just a tiny bit. And then create circles with your hips and lumbar spine, both on one side and on the other side. Okay, now grab your knees. Keep your arms straight. Lean gently back. Okay, and now, still keeping the arms straight and the shoulder gently back, tilt your hip forward and push the spine and the chest forward, still keeping the shoulders back. Push the back of the head away from the shoulders, but don't allow your head to just tilt back. Keep it long, keep the cervical spine long. And relax. Okay, now create really small circles with your head. Turn also on the other side and just observe if the two movements are equal or if one is harder. Observe if the feelings are similar or not. Observe if there's one spot where it kind of stuck. Observe every small message from your body. Now, lift the sternum and move the shoulder blades down. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Push the chest gently forward, not too much, not just like before, but gently forward. Okay. Lift the right arm up, bend the elbow, and grab with your right hand the left ear. Now, don't tilt your head to the side, don't turn your head, keep it just straight in front of you. But push the right elbow gently back and the right shoulder down. Without turning your head, keep it straight. Use the weight of your right arm to stretch from the ear to the shoulder. Keep the sternum lifted. Shoulder blades down. 3 more breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center. Lift the left arm up, bend the elbow, grab the right ear. Keep your head fixed, just pointing forward. Move the elbow back, shoulder down. Lift the sternum and use the weight of your left arm to stretch from the ear to the shoulder. Don't turn your head. Three more breaths. Keep on lifting the sternum. Move the shoulder blades away from the ears. And back to center. Lift the right arm again. Bend the elbow again. Take the ear again. Keep your head still facing forward. Exactly the same thing that we did before. So push the elbow back, shoulder down, and use the weight of your arm to stretch from the ear to the shoulder. Keep the sternum lifted. And now, roll the left arm outward. Push the hand down and back. Keep the sternum lifted. Shoulder blades down. Don't turn your head. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center. Lift the left arm. Bend the elbow. Grab the ear. Find the alignment of the face again. Move the elbow back, shoulder down. Without turning the head, use the weight of the arm to stretch from the ear to the shoulder. Keep the sternum lifted a little bit more. Okay. And now, roll the right arm outward. Move the hand down and back. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, come back to center. Create again the circles with your head. Imagine to create circles with the top of your head. To draw some circles with the top of your head. Okay. Both on one side. And if you hear weird noises, it's normal. Turn also on the other side. Observe the difference. Okay. Now, create again the circles with your hips and lumbar spine, both on one side and on the other side. Now, inhale. With the exhalation, tilt your hip backward, round your spine, lean back, and look at your belly. Inhale, tilt your hip forward, arch your spine, and look up. Exhale, look at your belly. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look at your belly, and try and stretch the muscles between your shoulder blades and around your shoulders. And then tilt your hip forward and push the chest forward. Okay. Now, down on the ground with your back, feet down on the ground, quite close to the buttocks. Put your hands next to the hips, with the palm facing down. Pull the back of the head away from the shoulders. Inhale deeply. And with the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground. Squeeze your butt and push the hips up. Move the sternum toward the chin. Go to your maximum, stay there. And really gently move down. Inhale. With exhalation, push with the feet against the ground, lift your hips, tuck the tailbone under. Squeeze your butt. Push with the feet against the ground even more in order to arch your spine a little bit more. And then go down again. Okay, one more time. Try and move the feet a little bit closer to the buttocks now, just for the third attempt. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground. Squeeze your butt. Push the hip up and the sternum toward the chin. Now push the back of the head gently down to the ground and feel the activation of muscles around the cervical spine. And really gently come back down. Bring the knees toward the chest. Take the knees with the arms. Push the back of the head away from the shoulders to lengthen your cervical spine. Stay there, 3 breaths. At the end of the third, allow the feet to go down to the ground. Okay. Now, turn your head to the right. This is a weird thing, I can tell you already. Put your hand over your left shin, like you want to twist your head, but without pushing, just put it there. And you will see that the weight of the hand will help you to turn your head a little bit more. There, I want you to be conscious and listening to the messages of your body. And from this position, start pushing really gently against the cheek to keep on turning your head a little bit more. But listen to the messages of your body. When you feel that it's almost the maximum, turn the right arm outward, palm of the hand facing up, and move the hand away from the ear. Just to move the shoulder also away from the ear. Stay there. And now, still keeping this pressure of the hand against your cheek, try and turn to the left. So you're going against the hand to activate different muscles around your neck. Then release and come back really gently to the center. I know it's quite intense. Now we're going to do it to the other side. So turn the head to the left really gently. You don't need to push just to arrive. I want you to listen to the messages of your body. And so find the compromise where you feel that your body is working, is improving, but it's not hard. So turn the head to the left. Put your right hand over your right cheek. And just really gently. Still feeling the weight of your hand against the cheek without pushing, not yet. Now really gently. Start pushing, but really, really, really gently. Allow your head to tilt a little bit deeper. And then move the shoulder away from the ear Move the hand almost over the feet. Keep on pushing gently with the hand against the cheek. 3 breaths. Shoulders away from the ears, both shoulders. And now start pushing with the cheek against the hand. Thus activating different muscles around your cervical spine. Even there, do it gently. And always listening to the messages of your body. Really gently release and come back to center. Turn your head to the right again. Put your left hand over your cheek again and turn a little bit deeper. Release and let's go to the other side. Turn your head to the left, put your hands against the cheek, turn a little bit deeper and then come back to center. Okay. Roll the arms outward, keep the shoulder blades flat onto the ground and slide the shoulder blades back. Push the back of the head away from the shoulders, like to lengthen your cervical spine. And now push gently with the back of the head against the ground to activate different muscles around your neck. Release. Roll on your right side, push with the left hand and sit up. Okay, now put your feet as wide as the mat. Put your right hand aligned with the coccyx, but on the back of the mat. So lean a little bit back. Okay. Put your left hand outside of your right knee. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Turn just a tiny bit, but more importantly, bend your right elbow. I want you to feel the stretch in that area, in the front of the shoulder. So still keeping the elbow bent, push the left shoulder to the left. So you're turning first to the right, but now you're turning a little bit more to the left. So we will deepen the stretch on the front of your right shoulder. Release. Let's go to the other side. So put your left hand aligned with the coccyx, but a little bit back. Put your right hand outside of your left knee and turn a little bit to the left. Bend the elbow. Bend the elbow a little bit more. Okay, keep the sternum lifted. And now move the right shoulder to the left, to the right, in order to stretch the area just in front of the shoulder. 3 breaths. And release. Now, still with the feet as wide as the mat, put both hands back down on the ground and try and walk the 2 hands close to each other. As much as you can. If you can touch, it's even better. If you cannot, it's not a problem. It's just the direction that counts. Now, from this position, start bending the elbow. Bend the elbow. Yeah, it's not easy. I know, but it's doable. I can tell you that it's doable. Yeah, you did it. Yay! Woohoo! Okay, and now with the elbows bent, you thought that it was the maximum. Nope. Push the chest forward. And breathe deeply on your chest. 3 breaths. Okay, release. And now, grab your wrists. And from this, walk with your hand toward the elbows. Try and grab the elbows. Okay. Now, leave the sternum. More. Yay! Good. 3 breaths. Okay, and release. Okay, now, Dandasana. Flex feet. Put your left hand outside of your right knee. Put your right hand down on the ground, aligned with the coccyx. Roll the arms outward. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Roll the right arm outward as much as you can, and focus to the front part of the shoulder. I want you to stretch this part of the shoulder. So keep on rolling the arm outward. Keep the sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. Release and go to the other side. So put your right hand in contact with the left knee. Turn. Put your left hand down on the ground. Turn the hand. Turn the arm. Sternum lifted. Shoulder blades down. You can even gently bend your left elbow. 3 breaths. Focus on the stretch on the front part of the shoulder. And back. Okay, now roll both arms outward and walk a little bit back with your hands. Hands down on the ground. Okay. Roll the arms outward. Push the chest forward. Belly in. Okay. Try and bend your elbow just a tiny bit. And now, point your feet. Okay, inhale. And with the exhalation, push with the hands and with the heels against the ground to lift your hips. Squeeze your butt. And go down. Okay, good. Walk a little bit closer with your hand to the, okay, like that, perfect. We're gonna do it again. Inhale deeply. Belly in. Push the chest forward. Okay, and now lift your hips, squeeze your butt, 3 breaths. And go down. Okay, now elbows down. And put your hands really close to the buttocks. Actually, you're almost sliding the hands under the upper part of your buttocks. Hands down, palm of the hands down. Okay, that's good. And now, even if it's super hard, try and walk the elbows closer to each other. Okay, from this position, start pushing the chest up. Push with the elbows against the ground. 3 breaths. And release. It is hard, I know. We're gonna do it one more time. Inhale. And with the exhalation, start pushing with the elbows against the ground. Push the chest up. Tilt your hip forward. Stay there. Don't allow the head to tilt back, but keep the cervical spine long. And release. Release also the arms. Bend the knees. Put your feet quite close to the buttocks. Put your arms in cactus mode. Inhale deeply. And with the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground to lift your hips. 3 breaths. Squeeze your butt. But keep the knees quite close to each other. Really gently come back down. Breathe deeply on your chest, 3 deep breaths. Now, tilt your hip forward, like you want to arch your spine. Stay there. So we're just activating the lumbar spine muscles. And release. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground, lift your hips, tuck the tailbone under, squeeze your butt, 3 breaths, relax your face, your arms, your hands, and go down. Roll to the right, push with the hands against the ground. And now, tabletop position. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Both on one side and on the other side. Go down on the elbows. And keep the forearm parallel to each other. Okay. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. With the exhalation, tilt your hip backward. Push with the elbows against the ground. Round your spine and look at your legs. Inhale. Arch your spine. Move the shoulders away from the ears and look forward. Exhale. Look back. Round your spine. Inhale, look forward, arch your spine. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Okay, now, tap the toes under and still keeping the forearm parallel to each other, lift your hips. Push with the shoulders toward the toes. And stay there. Go down and check if the forearm are still parallel to each other. If they are not, adjust and prepare for doing it again. Focus on the position of the arms. The forearm doesn't move, the elbows doesn't move, the hands doesn't move. Inhale. And with the exhalation, push with the elbows against the ground. Push with the hands too, so it won't move. And move the chest over the toes. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, go down. One more time. Walk a little bit forward with your knees. Okay. Keep the forearm parallel. Inhale deeply. And with the exhalation, push with the elbows against the ground. Lift your buttocks and push the chest over the toes. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, go down and enter a normal tabletop position. Roll the arms outwards, slide the shoulder blades over the waist, tuck the toes under, inhale deeply, and with the exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Push the chest over the toes, 3 breaths. At the end of the third, walk back with your hands, put your hands on the waist, and come up. Okay, so now we're gonna do again what we did before, that is grabbing the elbows. Just grab the elbows behind your back. Okay. Then keep the feet as wide as the mat. Belly in. So activate your abdominal muscles gently. Tilt your hip forward, still keeping the abdominal muscles active. And stay there with a back parallel to the ground. Push the sternum forward and move the 2 elbows closer to the hips. Yes. Stay there. And really gently, without bending the knees, come back up. Okay, now observe which elbow is lower and which one is over the other, because I want you to switch. So put the lower one above the other. And we're going to do exactly the same. Belly in, tilt your hip forward, keep your spine straight and parallel to the ground. Move the elbows toward the buttocks. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, come back up and release. Okay. Now put your hands over the waist and create circles with the shoulders. Just the shoulders. Okay. Both on one side and on the other side. Okay, now you will need something, can be almost everything. It can be a strap, it can be a bit of tissue, well, bit of fabric. It can be a strap like that. It can be rag. It can be almost everything. The idea is to keep the palm of the hand facing forward, and we straighten the arm back. This is the idea. Straighten the arm back, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Move the hand down and back. Belly in. Okay. Now, walk with the hands closer to each other. Okay, now bend the elbows and move the hands closer to each other. Walk with the hands closer. Yes, good. And now straighten the arms again. Good. Now push the hands down and back. Belly in and breathe on your chest. And release. Bend the elbows and try and walk a little bit closer, even closer. Straighten the arms. Move the hands down and back. Breathe on your chest. Belly in. Move the hands a little bit away from the buttocks. Okay, that's good. And release. Okay, now, since I see that you have a strap, I'm gonna take the strap. Me too. Bring one today. And I wanted to take the strap quite wide in front of you now. Okay. Now, leave the arms. Keep it quite wide. Okay. And now, allow the arms to move back. Okay. And back to the starting position. Okay. Now, walk a little bit closer with the hands. This is really 1 centimeter at a time, okay? You don't need to walk a lot because I wanted to focus on working both shoulders in the same way. You will feel a difference because one shoulder is always freer than the other. This work is to go to the balance between the two, between the left and right. So just focus on working in the same way. Lift the arms, keep the shoulders down, and allow the two shoulders to move exactly in the same way. If it's too hard, widen your arms again. Better to do it wider, but in the same moment, than to do it harder, but not right. So I'm moving one shoulder before the other. We're gonna do it just a few times. When you reach your maximum, stay there. Don't push any further. Good. One last time. Good. Now, Tadasana. Big toes touching, heels gently apart. Roll the arms outward, lift the arms, keep it parallel to the ground. Slide the shoulder blades over the waist, push the thumbs gently back, but not too much. I don't want you to tense other parts of your body. Now, find the dristi and lean on the left leg. Lift the right knee and open the knee to the side. Keep it there. Yes. And now put your right feet against the left leg. Yeah, sorry. Okay, 3 breaths. Find the dristi. And at the end of the third, allow the arms to go down, allow the knee to go down, allow the feet to go down. Tadasana again. If the balance is not super steady today, you can even visualize some roots starting from the base of your feet and going down deep into the earth, like you want to ground yourself. And visualizing this, lift the arms up, turn the arms outward, shoulders down, lean on the right leg, lift the left knee and open the left knee to the side. Stay there. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, put your feet in contact with the right leg and stay there for 3 more breaths. Still rooting yourself, grounding yourself. And at the end of the third, allow the arms and the feet to go down. Close your eyes, just for a brief moment. Close your eyes and listen to the messages of your body. Observe how you feel. And gently moving to Shavasana. Take everything you need to be comfortable in Shavasana. Once that you've found your position, visualize your body relaxing and melting. Body becomes softer and melt into the ground like snow under the sun. All the tensions from your body are taken by the earth, are released completely. Allow your body to release those tensions. Let go. At the end of Shavasana, I'm going to chant the mantra. And at the end of the mantra, I'm going to guide you out of the pose. Till that moment, just relax. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonat Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonat Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonat Prachodayat. Slowly, start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Let go. One more time. Bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. Keep your spine straight yet relaxed. Hands in Nirnana Mudra or Chin Mudra. Face, throat and belly soft. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in a prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.